Hello and welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I am going to react to a new pilot from a show. I'm going to react to the pilot from Quantum Leap. And as you might have seen last month, I reacted to the first episode from Xena Warrior. That show was from 1995. This show is even a bit older. I think it's from 1989. So we went from That Like Me 2003 to Xena Warrior 1995 to this 1989. This is also a Patreon request, and like I said in Xena Warrior, I'm trying out some pilots from older shows to see how people like them, because that went really well with That Like Me. People really seem to like That Like Me, and I really like That Like Me as well. So yeah, I think that was just a perfect match and something I never would have found out myself if it wasn't for Patreon. So today I'm going to react to this show. If you have a show in mind where you're like, Larissa, you should really react to this, I think people will love this, I would love to see a reaction to it, there is a possibility to request things on my Patreon. You have to get a tier for that, but there's different options. You can also get early access on my Patreon, so you can see all my videos early, and you can see my uncut reactions. So there you can also see my full reaction to this episode. Check it out if you're interested, the link is in the description. I honestly have no idea what to expect, but what I did see is that recently a new version of this show came out. I think that aired in 2022 and they're still making seasons, I saw. So at first I was a bit confused. I was like, oh yeah, my Patreon means the 2022 show. But then I saw that there was a 1989 show and we both kind of agreed like, yeah, mostly the originals are better and remakes, they tend to be good too, but yeah, mostly you just have to see the original. So yeah, here I am with the original. Yeah, I'm gonna see if people like this. I'm gonna see if I like this. Because I don't know what to expect at all, I thought let's just read the synopsis for a second. During an experiment into time travel, a scientist finds himself trapped in the past, leaping into the lives of different people, sorting out their problems and changing history in hopes of getting back to his own life in the present. That sounds really fun. I honestly love those kind of films. It kind of gives me instant Back to the Future vibes. But I also recently watched this Christmas movie. Yeah, sorry, I'm recording this in January. I know it's March now, but yeah. It's a Wonderful Life. I'm sure almost everyone knows that one. It's a classic. Even though I'm not in film school anymore, my film teacher, sometimes we still have this group chat with our old class, and my film teacher sometimes drops like films like, oh, you really need to watch this Christmas. I was like, yeah, okay, I will. And very good movie. It also kind of made me think of that, even though it was kind of a different situation. But what I'm trying to say is I tend to love concepts like this, so I might really enjoy this show. But yeah, of course I can't be sure, so let's just check it out and see what I think of it. I think it's pretty funny that it's a show about like time travel, but then we're in 1989. That's the past for us. So like, what are you gonna time travel to? Even earlier than that. Does she have like earrings and shoes that give light?
You know what I would love to do? Fix that flat for you. But I can't, I mean...
It's your only tux then. You're late for your wedding.
How could I be late? We've just met.
What is going on here?
I'm a lot friendlier than he is.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Kicking the butt, ain't it? this is an experimental model.
So they didn't know each other yet. The way they were talking about each other, there was this certain vibe, and I felt like they were kind of jokingly, yeah, having a conversation, but I don't know what this vibe is.
And there are no clouds. I can see the stars. And some people say there's still a top secret project out there.
Control! He's leaping! Ziggy said no, but Sam's leaping! We're not ready. Tell Sam that!
Oh, so they're like, they know what it is, they're kind of working on it.
Nothing. Any interference could kill her.
Hang on, beautiful.
Okay. Interesting vibe. Very long cloud intro. Now I have to say, it was only a small part, but I am interested from what I saw up to now, so... I already also really like the way of filming and all.
We did it. I can't remember. I can't remember anything. Who am I?
Where am I?
If you can't remember anything, then why do you know it worked and what worked?
Oh boy, I don't even remember going to bed with this woman. She was certainly pregnant.
Huh.
Good morning.
So he has a wife?
Better hurry up. Bird Dog's gonna be here to pick you up in about 10 minutes. Burma shave. No, what's taking you so long? Come on.
He's just very confused.
I'm dreaming. Flow with it and I'll wake up. The sooner you shave, the sooner you'll wake up. It smells real. Feels real. Ah!
Tom,
Who do you see in the mirror?
would you cut it out? You nearly scared me into delivery. You.
Me?
And me.
But
Oh, I look awful.
is he the guy from the beginning in the car?
Daddy! Captain Burdell's on the phone!
I'm a daddy.
Tom, are you sick? Honey, you're not gonna fly if you're sick, are you?
Yeah, I guess he just meant he doesn't remember anything as in the situation where he's in.
3, 1.
What are you up to?
Calling my office.
But that's Blockfield 847. Honey, you're dialing too many numbers.
Too many. Maybe not enough. What's the area code?
You never tell us codes, Dad. That's secret stuff.
Secret? What the hell is secret about an area code?
Look, Tom, if you're testing one of your gags on...
Well, howdy there, Mr. Duty. Girls at home and all our kids here in the gallery, let's go.
I really thought it would be more of a case like he would travel back in time and he would change things maybe. But I didn't expect him to suddenly have a family and all. Where did that come from? Yeah, I have to say when I saw the sort of surroundings and all from the show, I was like, okay, so it's 1989. It looks more like 60s something, I think. So I already felt like it looked older than the show actually was, but that's then on purpose, of course.
Everyone seemed to think it was 1956.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I was an Air Force
okay.
captain named Tom Stratton with a wife called Peg.
Like
and
the 50s
one
even
and
then.
2/3.
I'm Captain Bill Burdell, and my facially wounded friend here is Captain Tom Stratton.
Did he cut himself shaving that many times? So shocked.
But he ain't anywhere close to being otherwise test pilot equipped.
What if I told you I couldn't fly? Couldn't remember how to fly?
Oh, now he has to like fly and he doesn't even know how.
Experience a red light around Mach 26, shut down until the chase plane can catch up.
You know, I like that guy. Kind of reminds me of me back in the old days.
All right. There are no...
I wonder if there's like actors here I know but just don't recognize because they're older now. But I also feel like this is like the kind of show that has like actors who are mostly known from that show.
Ain't this a kick in the butt?
Chase 1, hold on 9er East.
So funny that out of all jobs he could have, he's a pilot. Like, you need to know how to fly to do that. Like, if it was just a random office job, it would have just been like, oh shit, what the hell do I have to do? But now there's actually like lives depending on it.
Now, which thigh has less stretch marks? My right one? I think this one has less. My right's cream on. No. Yes.
They really think those are the only conversations women have.
I gotta stop drinking so much coffee. It's making me jumpy.
I mean, if you saw your husband acting like that in the morning and then seeing him in a plane, it's kind of, scary.
All you have to do is relax and trust those around you.
Are you experiencing a problem, over?
This is not going very well, is it? I guess at least there's other people in the plane. Other pilots, I mean.
You ain't never gonna sucker me.
Just don't ask me to fly.
Don't tell me he has a fear of flying.
I know what time it is. I've been worried disturbed.
I was like, why is it walking? But I guess it was just like shakes. He knows, right?
Everybody back there okay?
Yeah, looks fine to me.
All right.
Wait, only he sees him?
Nosing over.
He looks like someone, but I can't find the name.
All right, she's leveling off. 66 level.
The way they live so close to the airfield that she can even feel the shakes.
On profile. All right, starting my run.
Is that why the intro was like clouds?
Ain't no fire warning light. Guess we beat that gremlin.
Rockets off. Don't turn above Mach 2.
What the hell? Dude! How will you even be able to save an airplane like that if it's going like this. It exploded?
Did you see it?
But was it like another plane? Or was that him? There's no way you can survive that. Oh, I guess there is. Damn. But weren't there like multiple people in the plane? So I guess everyone just survived, but they only showed one parachute. And he's kind of getting used to the vibe there, I guess. He's there with friends, colleagues. He suddenly has a wife.
As nightmares go, this one is definitely taking a turn for the better. Even at 6 months, I found Peg
6 months?
stunningly beautiful.
Oh, 6 months pregnant. I thought he was there for 6 months already.
It would hold some strange attraction for me, but I think it's Peg.
I mean, I think if you choose to, like, make a woman pregnant and have a child, then you would find that attractive in some way, right? Because you're getting a child and that's something you want, if you get what I mean. Thought it was a bit of a weird thing to say, like, even at 6 months she was still attractive. Like, why wouldn't she be? Okay, there he is again. Is he really the only one who can see him? I constantly feel like I recognize him too.
Tom, look, you may be the best pilot in the Air Force, but you were born with 2 left feet until tonight.
So he suddenly has skills he didn't have before too.
Who's that guy by the jukebox?
What guy?
No, the guy in the tux.
In here?
You don't see a man in a black tux?
Tom, everything is so nice, let's not spoil it.
Or the boogeyman had arrived.
The boogeyman. Yeah, you have to admit, he has been acting very weird today, so...
This is my favorite song.
I just don't want you to overdo it. Look, we've got all night, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna go feed the old jukebox. I'll be right back.
But when he's gonna, like, talk to the guy, everyone's gonna be like, who the hell is he talking to, right?
I mean, isn't this just great? Brings back so many old memories. She was in the chemistry lab researching the...
Am I dead?
What?
It would explain a lot. I could be in a reverse reincarnation that's entered in midlife.
That's a good one, Sam.
You know my name. Why do you know who I am when no one else does?
Oh yeah, the other people are calling him Tom.
You don't recognize me, do you? Or remember the experiment?
What experiment?
Okay, so he was the guy that was time traveling. I was kind of confused with the guy we saw.
What experiment? Experiment, and this all is in the psychosis.
This is what I meant.
Talking to somebody who ain't there, gag.
And now he's gone. Yeah, I'm just still kind of wondering what the guy in the beginning had to do with any of this. Like the one who picked up the woman in the car. Because we didn't even see him in the beginning. We just saw him like from a distance that he was doing... Okay. That he was doing the experiment.
Please, God, I'd like to wake up now.
But he doesn't even remember the experiment. So he doesn't even know why he's there. But he did say in the beginning like it worked. So...
I realized how hard it was to follow a road without striping.
Striping?
You know, if they would paint white stripes along the side of the road, it would be easier to see.
That was not a thing back then.
Oh, I got a few of them.
Yeah, then it's very easy to get the $1 million idea because you already know what good ideas are gonna work.
You wanted to dance?
It's not the first time we danced.
Remember the last time we didn't talk airplanes?
I mean, that's all we talked about.
That's all they talked about. You didn't say a word.
I wasn't in a talkative mood.
You were at the jukebox. Oh, it feels nice.
Better my electric razor. Wood. I don't use an electric razor, do I?
No.
Yeah, she knows something is up.
What if I told you my name wasn't Tom? It's Sam. Look in a mirror and I see Tom Stratton. He's not me.
Oh, what the hell? This is kind of like Dead Like Me, that they look different to the world.
Look, I know it sounds like I belong in a loony bin. The reason I'm acting different is because I am different. I'm not your Tom.
Oh, Tom.
Please, don't.
Then stop doing this, okay?
You asked me to explain.
Just stop it, Tom.
Yeah, how do you expect her to believe that? Especially if apparently she already has an entire life with this Tom guy.
Brain tumors.
Never thought of that.
Okay, so now he's just denying it again. She's not gonna believe it anyway. I mean, I get why. Why would you believe that?
That's the joke that I forgot how to fly.
Tom, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Tom, what's a nerd?
What? The 50s are wild. It's new to me because I feel like all the time travel movie things we've seen is like 80s stuff. I barely see now that I think of it, I barely see movies about the 40s or 50s, which, like, for example, 40s aren't about the Second World War. So, yeah, it's a little new to me, but it's funny, because I find stuff out too. Apparently there were no lines on the roads. Or electric razors.
That's all I need, a good night's sleep. I'll figure it out in the morning when I milk the cows. Milk the cows?
Does he have...
I was raised on a dairy farm in Indiana. I went to college at...
Does he now have the Tom memories?
Mom's lived with him in Hawaii ever since Dad died in 74. But this is 56.
So this were the memories from, like, the real him, then. Oh, interesting.
Operator, I'd like long distance, please. Elk Ridge, Indiana.
Number, please.
But then he's there too somewhere, like the real him.
I'm trying, operator, but it's been a long time. Oakdale. Yeah, that's it. Oakdale.
Sir? Sir, do you want Elk Ridge information?
What's wrong?
I'm catching a cold.
Want to skip the fishing trip? You said we'd go fishing today. We don't have to if you don't feel good.
Yeah, suddenly you have a kid.
Nothing cures a cold faster than a fishing trip.
Maybe you can have, like, a nice bond with this kid. In the water. It's one way to fish.
You don't want to do that. I just did that to show you what not to do. And I'll show you how it should be done. Bring it back without...
Can I try now, Dad?
He also suddenly doesn't know how to fish. I don't know if that's something he knew, or I guess the son is better at it if they do it like every Saturday or every other Saturday, I don't know.
I know you're trying to make me look good.
I feel like he's a nice kid.
Is that a ginger quilled spent wing?
Oh, he's back.
Don't yell. You still don't remember me, huh? That's sad, pal, very sad. Most of what you're going to want to know is restricted. Don't ask a lot of questions. What are you? That's a question, Sam. I'm a man like you.
Just a regular man. He's just translucent? No, I don't know. Do you call it like that?
A neurological hologram.
Oh, a hologram. He's a hologram.
Created by a subatomic agitation of carbon quarks tuned to the mesons of my optic and otic neurons?
You got it.
Neurological holograms didn't exist in 1956.
Why?
I can't tell you that either.
Well, what the hell can
I'm
you
so curious about this all. I feel like it's gonna take some episodes to actually find out what's all going on here. Well, we know what's going on. It's indeed a time travel experiment, but there's so much more to it, I feel like.
We're experiencing technical difficulties in retrieving you.
Ah.
That's great. Al. Whose brainchild is this, yours?
Well, it's nice to know that at least people are trying to bring you back, I guess.
Did you tell anyone that you're not Tom Stratton?
Sort of.
Everyone here believing that you're the person you replaced.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say too. I feel like he replaced someone in just his regular life.
He's with you. When you went in, he came out. His memory is full of holes, too. Now, everyone has to believe that you're Tom Stratton if we're going to be able to retrieve...
So the real Tom Stratton is now in the future.
Tuesday is going to be a little late. I'm scheduled to test fly the X2 on Monday.
Did you ever think of taking flying lessons?
And learn that in like a weekend?
All right.
Is he really doing that? No, the dad is there. Or the dad. Actually, Sam, I guess.
Wow, it sure was something.
Yes, it sure was.
Yeah, the woman knows something is different.
Hi.
Hi.
You want me to help? I make a mean Caesar salad. I'm just kidding.
I know.
I feel like he really has to like watch out what he says. Especially because right now he knows he's not supposed to tell.
Hey, flyboy.
Flyboy who doesn't know how to fly? Okay. Why do I kind of have a feeling like now he's kind of gonna get used to the life there? Might even enjoy it? Start to care about the people there, and then maybe he doesn't want to go back? Or, I don't know. It's kind of a feeling I have right now, but I don't know.
Get the roles.
I'm not sure right now if the episode is finished because there's like episode 1 and 2, they put them together. I looked it up and actually the first episode does end at the kiss. So yeah, that was the first episode. It's really confusing that they put them together, like just it's 2 different episodes, right? But I guess they just did a double premiere. So yeah, I think that's the case. I have to say it's very interesting. And I have to say, like, pretty much in the beginning, we got to see like him that he had to fly the plane and all. And I was like, is this gonna take long? Because I didn't really care that much about the plane storyline. Like, of course, it was like, he doesn't know how to fly. They kind of wanted to show that. But it took so long. But then after that, when he got back to the family and the friends and they went out, and then things start to get weird, you know, like he sees this man, they all suspect something is up, but they don't know what. So I think up to now it's a very interesting show. The only thing that also confused me a little in the beginning was that we saw this man in the car. Was that... Yeah, okay, now I see. That is the guy he keeps seeing, right? Just quickly rewatching it just to be sure. Yeah, now I recognize him. Okay, that is him. Because at first I thought the guy in the car would be the one who would, go to the past. But then in the end, someone like called him or something. And then they were like, yes, Sam is going to do it. He's going to do the experiment. And he was like, no, it's too early or something like that. Yeah, I just kind of mixed them up in the beginning because we only saw the other guy for a few seconds. But then now at least I know that the guy who was indeed, we were seeing from a distance, who was doing the experiment is Sam. The guy he keeps seeing is the man from the car in the beginning. So, okay, that's cleared up. It's giving me a bit Back to the Future vibes, but also totally different. Because like I said, I thought he would just go back and maybe, fuck the timeline up, stuff like that. Like normal time travel movies. But apparently here, he just switched places with a random guy, a guy named Tom. So I guess that means Tom is in the future then now. What I'm really curious about is like, how is Tom experiencing this, if that's really the case? Maybe, I kind of hope we might see that too at one point. I feel like he's not gonna go home on Tuesday. I feel like it's gonna be a bit hard to get him back home. So, yeah. I also think at least the entire... How many seasons are there even? I feel like there were quite some seasons. 5 seasons. Yeah, I honestly feel like it's gonna take at least the first season for him to like not get home. But if there's 5 seasons, I feel like they might even stretch it more. I feel like he's gonna build his whole life back there. And then maybe at the end of the season, or I think maybe even the end of the last season, he might go home and he doesn't even want to go home anymore. Like now it's, of course, he doesn't know anyone there. He doesn't know what's going on. It's not supposed to be like this. Then you want to go back. But you get attached to the people you're with. He even has a child there and a second child coming. So I don't know how this is all going to play out. I am very curious what you guys thought of this and if this show is going to get a lot of viewers. So I feel like even if this show is not going to get received well, I might even just watch it like this. Because I am so curious what is going to happen and what's going on now. So yeah, but if this gets a lot of views, a lot of people are interested, then of course I'm willing to put the work in it and maybe continue reacting to it. It all depends how it works out, because of course there is also a lot of other shows I'm reacting to and I don't have time to edit everything I watch. So yeah, I hope you all understand that, but let's see how it's received. Let me know what you thought of the show. If you have anything to add, anything I missed, let me know. And if you like my reaction, then please leave a like, subscribe, and then I really hope to see you next time. Bye!